I want to say good morning to you once again. I'd like to share with you today that we have just signed an MoU with WeSolar CSP to bring innovative solar technology to the city of Union City in a joint effort to build a more sustainable and reliable power grid. WeSolar CSP will build microgrids to bring clean energy to South Fulton County using a disruptive technology that is clean, dispatchable, scalable, and storable. WeSolar CSP systems unite solar power generation with resilient long-duration energy storage, allowing 24/7 production. This partnership will position Union City at the forefront of the new generation of clean energy. We plan to be leaders with the adoption of this revolutionary and patented technology, which will also help safeguard the community from extreme weather events. And all of us here have seen extreme weather events over the past few days. Future cooperation may include the production of green hydrogen, installation of clean energy in affordable housing, and the evolution of green eco-parks. This revolutionary, sustainable, and innovative technology will create high, mid, and low-level tech jobs. Also attract ESG-friendly industries and manufacturers to South Fulton County and boost economic development. This is an incredible opportunity for our city, this region, and for the state of Georgia. But as you all know, the Biden administration has made a strong commitment to making sure that sustainable energy, but also clean energy, will also be a part of their administrative priorities. So we have been in constant conversations with the administration, and we're looking forward to this partnership with WeSolar CSP. And right now, what I would like to do is to bring Steve Anglin, the founder and CEO of WeSolar, to come and share some information with you. But thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. And I'm going to make this very brief. I think the mayor said most of the things I'd like to say. And I'm happy to be here at Union City, and we're looking to bring clean energy to the local population here. We are a company based out of New Jersey, but we've been doing a lot of work in the Georgia area. I've been working with the mayor for about 6 months now. We've been working together to look at different options and solutions, and we will be building microgrids here in Union City. That's gonna, like he said, that's gonna stem the tide of some of the extreme weather events that are taking place in the U.S. Texas, California, even a couple of years ago in Puerto Rico, there were some really bad weather events. We know that there's an energy transition taking place in America and around the world. And one of the problems that I see is that the clean energy and the renewable energy is not going to people of color. There's a lot of issues around climate justice, and those are the reasons why we're here in Union City today. So we see the future. The technology basically is pretty disruptive, and what it does is, like he said, is scalable. It's storable, which means that when the power goes out, we can still produce clean, zero carbon footprint electricity. And we look at this as a first step in working with other towns in South Fulton County and other counties and other parts of the state. We're doing quite a few things around the country, and I'm excited to say that Mayor Williams has been amazing to work with, and we're looking forward to doing good things here in Georgia. So I think that's it. Thank you for coming out.
Thanks, Steve. And certainly I want everyone to recognize that the entire council here this morning, because they understand the real power in this. And this is a power of unity, but also the power of technology. And certainly I want to thank them for being here. Councilwoman Angelette Milling, Councilwoman Shayla J. Neely, Councilman Brian Jones, and Mayor Pro Tem Dr. Christina Hobbs, and certainly our city manager, Sonia Fillingame. But right now what I'd like to do is bring one of the architects who pulled all this together, Miss Michelle Taylor Willis of SoFu.
Good morning. So listen, I am super excited that all of you are here. I think this is an historic day, not just for the metropolitan Atlanta area, but really for the city of Union City. When Steve approached me about 7 months ago and said, listen, I want to do something groundbreaking in a city that doesn't always get the attention, but that needs it. And I said, listen, we've got to start in the South Fulton County area, in those 8 cities, which I lovingly refer to as SOFU. And we're looking at a few different cities. And when I approached Mayor Williams about this, he was over the moon and just ecstatic about the opportunity. Those are good words, right? And so this has been a very easy relationship to forge when you have somebody like Steve and his company at WeSolar CSP, who's intentional about making sure that renewable energy is a thing. And when you have a municipality that is intentional about making sure that they're groundbreaking, they're doing things differently, and leaving opportunities open for the cities and residents of theirs, or the citizens, I should say, and residents of their cities. So I think that this is an amazing opportunity. This is going to be the first of its kind technology used, if all goes well, throughout America. And Union City will be, hopefully the first one to say that they did it. And so we don't have to put Union City on the map, but we might make it a little bit bigger on the map for sure. So thank you, Steve. You've been amazing. Thank you to Mayor, the council, everybody. And, it's batter up now. We're ready to go. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. And certainly, media, if you have any questions, please let us know.
Yeah, I'll let you know right now.
Sure.
So what does this mean as far as jobs for the area?
Well, as I said, what this means is high, mid, and low-level tech jobs. And that means that even high schoolers can be prepared to move swiftly into a technology job that will benefit not only their community, but communities outside of their own area. So certainly we're excited about what it will do, because when you think about these types of jobs, these are not minimum wage positions. These are positions that are more than sustainable, will sustain a family. So we're excited about the pay grade that these will be. You're talking about a starting salary of anywhere from $60,000 to $80,000. So those are things that we have to look forward to. But in changing the game in all of not only Union City but the nation.
How many employees?
Well, it depends on the scope of your development. So that's, that's hard to pinpoint how many jobs, but we're looking at anywhere from 500 to 1,000 jobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the impact for citizens, how will it impact their?
Well, what it will do is, as we said, when you're talking about extreme weather conditions, when you look at what just happened a few nights ago in our neighbors, at our neighboring city of Noonan, the power grid was totally knocked out. You still have devastation where people can't get on the internet. Certainly power has been out, but those are things that this will help mitigate. But also what it will do is also be a cost savings to many homeowners, who are paying astronomical fees. We know what it costs to be powered by Georgia Power and all of the others. So certainly this is an opportunity for taxpayers and fee payers to get a benefit.
Would it be a secondary source or the primary source?
Well, right now it's secondary source, but we will be looking at the opportunity of moving to primary source.
And when do you expect to be up and running?
Well, we just signed the MoU a few weeks ago, so we'll certainly be reaching back to you as we continue to navigate the nuances of what this will take and have some more information for you. But the reason that I shared with Steve and his team the real need to move forward is because I knew what the Biden administration's team was laying out as priorities, and this is one of their priorities.
So will there be some federal funding?
There will be federal funding. Don't know if there's going to be any state funding, but we're looking solely to the federal funding opportunities.
And one last question. Did I hear you say this is the first one from this company?
This is the first for Mr. Anglin's company in Georgia.
Why this company?
Well, this company has come to us and they see the vision of Union City. They know that we are a city who believes in technology, but also believes in our citizens. And, you know, they have the heart that we have, and I saw it was the right thing to do.
Steve, are you in any other cities?
Yeah, we're in. We're currently in Dubai, UAE.
Nowhere in the U.S.
We've got a couple of other deals. I'd rather not talk about them right now in other states: Arizona, Missouri, Puerto Rico. But this will be the first one.
Are you a new company?
We've been around for 4 years. Relatively new. I mean, we're not. We are a startup, but we're not. This is not our first go around. So yeah. And I want to ask one of your questions you brought before. One, why this company? Well, we're a minority-owned company, and there's probably very few minority-owned energy companies out there, and they're not looking to come to Union City. So this is something that's personal to me. We're looking at communities like this. We're looking at inner cities. We're looking at to bring affordable, clean energy to homes, affordable housing, people who don't usually get this kind of stuff. So that's the first one. And the other one was you said something about the what will it do for the people of the city? And America did a good job, but at the end of the day, we're going to bring jobs to the city. And how are we going to do that? We have a lot of different types of technology. This is just not solar panels, right? So we can bring, he mentioned green hydrogen and process heat. What that does, it attracts other industries to Union City that need process heat, that are looking for green hydrogen, that are not looking at Union City today. But when we can say, look, we have these abilities to do these, bring process heat to industry, like there's a term called ESG. I'm not too sure if you've heard of it, but it stands for environmental social governance, which is what every single corporation in America today is being guided by. So they're being forced to look at how the environment, how they source electricity and energy. So this is something that's happening around the country, around the world. So yeah, it does seem a little fantastic that I'm here in Union City, but I'm really excited to be here. And like I said, I've been working with the mayor, and we both trust each other, and we're going to go forward.
You guys are selling this as something for when the weather is bad. But what does it do for ratepayers on an everyday like this, a day like this, where the weather's good?
Yeah, so, okay, good question. So if you understand the energy system, there's base load, which today in Georgia, most of it is done through coal power plants, right? And they push out a lot of things called particulate matter that gets inside your lungs, it causes cancer, it destroys the ozone. So when you say what will it do on a regular day, so base load is still going to be here in America. I just read an article this morning, they're phasing them out, and a lot of the Republican states are fighting this. They don't want to get rid of the coal. But where we bring a difference and basically add value to what the ratepayers are going to get is when the sun goes down. So we have this thing called long duration energy storage. It's just, people are just starting to find out. Most people understand lithium ion batteries. They're in the Teslas, they're in your cell phones. Everyone understands battery technology. Battery technology is what you use when the grid goes down and they need peaker power, which is when the sun goes down. So your question is, we have long duration storage, which lasts for over 10 hours. So when the sun goes down, we can still produce clean, green, sustainable electricity, which is hard because when the sun goes down, solar panels don't work, right? So that's I call it the killer app. That's what we do. This is not a new technology. I mean, it's being done in China, it's been done in the Middle East, it's been done in Spain. America is just catching up with everybody else now, with the new administration. They see that they're behind. So I think that this is a great technology. It's going to be really good for the city and for the ratepayers. This peaker charge that the Georgia Power and other companies charge you guys is really high. It's really expensive. So what we can do is produce the same. It wouldn't be baseload, but it would be peaker, and that will reduce the cost of your electricity from the margin of what Georgia Power is charging to what we're going to be again, we're going to work through details. I can't go into all the details now, but we'll make an arrangement with the power companies around here, the MEAGs and the EMCs. So yeah, it's a great question that you asked.
Yeah, so Mayor, is the goal to be for this technology to be a primary source at some point?
Eventually, as I said earlier, eventually right now it's secondary, but eventually we would be moving to primary. And again, I'm glad that Steve mentioned this. Certainly as, a predominantly African-American community, it is important that we start doing business with people who look like us, who trust us, and we trust them. And certainly that is one of the main reasons that we have connected together, because they understand the needs of our community and our people.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.